like I said earlier, after a process of time, what happens is that the woman loses that respect for you. She's no longer that soft spoken, humble person you used to know. And it's not that it's not in her spirit to be respectful. No, she respects everyone else except you. Why is that? That was the evil lesson that you taught her. Because you did not take control when you were supposed to, she lost that respect for you. Now she talks to you any way she wants to. She has no care for how her words come out. That is what she's become. That is what you become to her. No respect, no care. She doesn't weigh her words anymore. And you're so comfortable to the point where you don't even realize the first instant when these changes started. You don't realize that, hey, the way she responded to me today was like never before. You didn't even get that. As people always say, the signs, the red flags. How did she answer you that way? Red flag. Something is happening. That's your cue. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to fix it? Or are you going to watch it continue to go downhill? Get her back in her element. Teach her how to talk to you. But it's not a teaching that you've done by lecturing. It is through your actions. First Ezra chapter 4 and 27. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. This is the power that women have over a lot of men. Right? And now, do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Imagine, this king is so powerful that no one can come close to him. Right? It says, yet did I see him and Apaim, the king's concubine, not the wife, concubine, the daughter of the admirable Bartacus, sitting at the right hand of the king and taking the crown from the king's head. That is some deep level of disrespect. Taking the crown from the king's head. You see, what happened is that we don't see this in our lives because we don't have a physical crown that a woman is taking from our heads. But guess what? They take their crown the way they talk to you. They take your crown the way they treat you. They take your crown in the way that they disrespect you. They take your crown in their aggression towards you. They take your crown in the fact that they listen to everybody else except you. They take your crown when they start making decisions that you don't even know about. These are different ways in which they take our crown. You don't want to be like this king, right? It says, and setting it upon her own head. Guess what? She now stands in your place. She's now the one in control. She's now running things. You no longer have the power that you have. You're powerless. She is the one now in control. She's the one that is ruling things. She's the one that decides when things go on and or things don't go on. She's the one that decides what is to be done and what not to be done. She now stands in your place. She also struck the king with her left hand. Imagine, she's sitting on the right and with the left hand. That's going back to what? Master and servant. As you know, the master can treat the servant any way he or she wants. That's what the relationship has become. Rather than being kings and queens, we're masters and slaves. The women have compassed us. Right? And it doesn't even end here. Right? It says, and yet for all this, the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth. Because you never seen this side of your woman before. No, she disrespects you in an open place, probably in front of all your work colleagues, in front of all your families, in front of all your friends. Now you feel like this little boy. You're looking like you don't even know how to react to what you just saw. Because she was doing all these little things inside that you were not correcting. Now it gets to this point. When did it get to this point? You yourself don't even know. You yourself can't even answer that. So now you become the joke. You become the entertainment of all the audience. When you were supposed to be the king, the one that they're entertaining. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. Now think about it. It goes back to the same thing that I said earlier. The guy was walking with the woman. She threw the stone at the coop, and she smiled, and the guy smiled as well. He did not stop her in the moment to say, hey, what the hell was that? So after she did something wrong, rather than she even apologize or think about apologizing, she smiled, and guess what? You are at peace with that. You are at peace with the wrongdoing. So now you're reinforcing a negative behavior with a positive stimuli. It says, but if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter that she might be reconciled to him again. So guess what? A lot of times where some women do things wrong, they know they're wrong. And guess what? They will even have you feeling as if you are wrong about what they did. Now you're trying to make things work again. You're trying to reconcile things. You don't owe any obligation to that. She's the one that has to account for her wrongdoing. But guess what? You never put her in that position in the first place. So now that is a behavior learned that, oh, I can do this, and then I come and give you all the charm and this and that, and you totally forgot about the wrong that she just did. And these are the little things that causes our marriages to go down the drain. Because, just like a little child, like I said, the child will do something wrong and run to this parent and start to be, that little victim, and stuff like that. Women do have this too. They're a lot in their subconscious. They are deeply connected to their emotional state. But when you feed that part of her, you teach her an evil lesson. Because at some point she will come to a point of realization. And by the time she realizes it, guess what? She's already become a monster. Now you're going to realize that you are living in a house with a lion that you created just because you did not have the courage to correct your woman.